Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 710. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I take a few things from the page of the Durham Skywriter, and I tell you what's happening today in Durham. And I do invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. You can join me on camera after I do the weather. And then we'll hang out. You can promote yourself, your business, your special event. All that would be super great. And if you share this out, that would also be super great because then more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let me put on my specs. Got on my Shawnee t-shirt. Went to Oklahoma in May. Went to the Bowley Rodeo. Boy, was that fun. And speaking of fun, let me move my keyboard out of the way. Makes it easier for me to navigate. Yeah, I just came back from the Little River Senior Center. Hung out there with Harold Anderson and the folks. They were having exercise class. They were hanging out. A guy was playing Otis Redding from his cassette collection. And they have now, I think they're new, the exercise bikes and all that. So if you're older, you want to hang out in a really cool, and I do mean cool, nicely air-conditioned spot, then definitely hang out there. Now I found out a couple of things are going on that I took a picture of a flyer at the Little River Senior Center, which by the way is 8307 North Roxborough Road. The address that I have is usually 8305, but it's the same thing. There's more than one building. So anyway, I guess technically it's in Bahama, but if you live, like I said, northern Durham County, Rougemont, Bahama, wherever, it's a great place to hang out. So tomorrow, they're going to have a community cleanup day at the Little River Community Center, which includes the Senior Center. Again, 8307 North Roxborough Road in Bahama. So this will be from 8 until noon. And I'll give you the phone number because, again, I just came back from there and I didn't have time to type it out. So the phone number, if you want to call Harold Anderson and to let you know you want to participate in the cleanup day, the number is 381-6464. And again, 919-381-6464. So ask for Mr. Anderson and let him know that you want to participate. And also you can get more information in case you do want to start hanging out there. They hang out there weekdays from 8 until, or is it 8:30? We'll be checking the senior page so I'll get the right time. It's like 8 something until like 2-ish. All right, so let me go to the health, not the health page, the weather page for later use. All right, so now we're going to start officially with the show. So the cover story this month and next month will be playing old school street games. These are some of the games that I grew up playing in Chatham on the south side of Chicago. Back in the 60s when I was a little one, my big sister usually led the way with the other kids, and I kind of tagged along as the little sister. But the games were really fun that we used to play. And I realized that a lot of the kids nowadays don't know these games, and they haven't been, some of the parents don't even know these games. Somehow something happened between my era and what's happening now where somehow these games didn't get passed down to everyone. So you can learn how to play these games by reading the article on first go to durhamskywriter.com and then go to the cover story. And yeah, check it out. Simon Says, Hide and Seek, Mother May I, Red Rover, Red Light, Freeze Tag, and there are some other games out there. So if you want to add the games that you used to play, let me know, and I'd be happy to add them. Okay, so now let's go to the Word page, which is the government and nonprofit information page. Lots of programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also city government and also county and state, of course. So it's hot today, so I think the cooling centers will be open. All of the libraries serve as cooling centers, so you can go to any of the libraries, the Durham County libraries. I think they're all open until 6, and then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30. And Bragtown, as you know, is not open on the weekend. And also, the main library is open on Saturdays and Sundays, which is super nice. In fact, let me look it up and give you the exact. Let me go to Durham County and tell you the exact hours of the Durham main library downtown. Let's see, Durham County. There is so much. There we are, Durham County Library. Okay, so the main library is open on Saturdays from 9:30 until 6. That's not the only library that's open on Saturday. They're all open on Saturdays except for Bragtown. But I want to let you know that from 1 until 6, the main library downtown will also be open. So if you don't have air conditioning, also, you can go there and cool off a little bit and take out some books. Okay, I would also like to let you know that there are certain places that have been chosen by the Durham Public Schools. They are participating in this Sun Meals North Carolina program. So they're feeding the young people ages 1 to 18 totally for free, no strings attached. Don't have to register. If you're finding it hard to feed the little ones, then definitely take or send them to one of these sites. I took pictures of the flyers with the names of the businesses or houses of worship, their addresses, and what time they will be serving breakfast and lunch. So definitely go to the DurhamSkyWriter.com, go to the Word page, and scroll down to Durham Public Schools. This is also copied and listed on the School Tools page of the Durham Skywriter. And don't forget to sign up your kids for the Durham Reading program at all of the Durham County libraries. They're all participating. They don't want your kids to fall behind. It's called Summer Slide, where if your kid doesn't read all summer, the skills slide downward and they end up being falling behind. You don't want your kid to fall behind in school. It's not first off when fall starts. You want your kid to be right there with the other kids, or even ahead, which is even better. So by reading, you increase your reading, your comprehension, your skills without even knowing it. So see if you can find some fun books for your kids. Just about all the subject matters are covered. I mean, there's so many books that all the Durham County libraries have in both English and Spanish. Maybe you want to help your kid learn Spanish. That might be cool too. But anyway, as you read each book, or as your child reads each book, you fill it in on the log that you get from the libraries. Then you turn it in when it's full, get another one, fill that one out too. You can enter these raffles where you can win different things. They don't tell you what you win because they want to keep that a secret until the end of summer. But yeah, definitely take part. And you don't even have to have kids to participate in the summer reading program. Basically, they want all of us to be able to relax with a book and to enjoy ourselves and read something interesting. Maybe even learn a little something. Alrighty. Let's see. I don't think there's any classes, Small Business Center classes under Durham Tech, but let me check anyway. Yeah, usually they take off Saturday, so yeah, so no classes. The next class will be on Monday, How to Start a New Business or Side Hustle this fall with the right mindset and vision. So that's going to be Monday evening. I'll tell you about that on Monday. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to hop right on over. Oh wait, let me check. Keep Durham Beautiful. Oh, they do have something going on today. Okay, Keep Durham Beautiful. They usually have two different things going on. Invasive plant removal sessions where volunteers get together, wearing, of course, long sleeves and long pants, removing invasive plants, which might include poison ivy. That's why I'm insisting that you cover yourself as well as possible, and wear socks too, and real shoes, not the slippers or whatever. So anyway, today they're going to have an invasive plant removal session at the Museum of Life and Science. So that will be at 433 West Murray Avenue this afternoon from 2:30 until 4:30. They will provide tools and gloves. It's really hot today, so definitely bring some water so you can stay hydrated. And again, like it says here, wear long sleeves, pants, closed-toe shoes, or boots. And you are more than welcome to bring your own saw or pruner if you want to get really serious with it. Okay, so that is, again, that's going to be today, 2:30 until 4:30. Now on Sunday, they're going to need help with invasive plant removal at Burke Street. So they're going to meet on the right side of the Scrap Exchange parking lot, which is 2050 Chapel Hill Road. That's in the Lakewood Shopping Center. So that's going to be on Sunday from 9 until 11. So again, wear long sleeves, long pants, and help remove plants around Burke Street in the area of the Scrap Exchange. All right. Now let's scroll down. Let's see if Legal Aid has any workshops today. With it being the 10th, let's see. Okay, no workshops today. The next one will be on Tuesday about child custody. Okay, so we'll come back to that. So let's just jump over to the to your health page. Okay, here we are. And it's summertime. The kids are out being rambunctious. So just for your own information, on the To Your Health page, the first thing that you'll see under the headline, To Your Health, the heading rather, picture of some ambulances. So go ahead and click on that and just familiarize yourself with the fact that I'm listing the hospital emergency departments and also the urgent care clinics. In case maybe your kid gets hurt but you don't think it's that bad, then you can take your child to one of the urgent care clinics. Some are affiliated with Duke, and there's different affiliations. So just look at the page and see which one's closest to you, or which one you think you'd want to take your child to. Or you might want to, in case you bash your thumb or something, hammering something in. So definitely get familiar with that page. Some of the urgent care clinics are. There's one that's like 24/7. There's one that comes to you. I like that idea. Hey, William M. Andrews is here telling us that it is 12/12. Happy 12/12, where the numbers are the same. Hey, William, happy to see you here. William M. Andrews also giving us a fist bump, kaboom, in 3D. Hey, William, very happy to see you here. Hope you're having a good and wonderful day. All right. Now, the health page. There's lots on this health page that can help you. There's information on various types of cancer that you can look up. There are health studies that maybe you want to participate in. Those are always very interesting. I think I've taken part in 2 health studies. Very interesting. And I just added something that's super interesting. The Duke, see the Duke logo? The Duke Health Reference Library. You don't have to be affiliated with Duke. I mean, absolutely anybody can use the reference library. So you click on the logo, and then you just type out what you're interested in, be it maybe breast cancer, or maybe tuberculosis, or maybe bruises, whatever. And now, if you prefer to get your information in Spanish, look to the right after you click on Duke Health. Look to the right and you'll see where it says En Español. Click on that and then you can deal in Spanish, which is super, super awesome. So that's something new to the health page. Now let's see if there are any blood drives. We can literally save lives by donating blood. So there is a blood drive. The American Red Cross is hosting a blood drive at the streets at South Point. Just started a few minutes ago. And they will be there at 6910 Fayetteville Road until 6 o'clock this evening. Okay, now let's check with the Blood Connection. They do the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, they're having a blood drive too. So Blood Connection will have a crew at the Ascend Brightleaf Apartments and Cottages at Brightleaf, 2400 Sanders Avenue. They're not there yet. They'll be there from 2 until 7 today. And then tomorrow, they'll have a crew at the Home Depot, the one on the north end of town, at 1700 North Point Drive over there by Costco. So that's going to be from 11 until 4. And again, that's at Home Depot. Then they'll have another crew there at night at the Glass Jug Beer Lab, 5410 Highway 55. And that will be from 5 until 7. And that's tomorrow. Now, today is Friday. So let me tell you about the Health Equipment Loan Program. It's at 4206 North Roxborough Street, and it's run by the county. Basically, they accept donations of things you no longer need that can help people with transport and care, walkers with and without wheels, with and without seats, wheelchairs, canes, crutches, things to help you in the bathroom, like, for example, those transfer benches. If you're in a wheelchair, you can transfer from your wheelchair to the bench in your shower easily by using this device. So if you have one to give away, they would love that. So they take these items, they clean them up, repair them if they need repairing, and then they lend them out to people for 90 days at a time. That's 3 months of totally free usage, no strings attached. It's really great for people who don't have a lot of money or insurance or whatever, and they need these items. So definitely see if you want to donate something and help someone out via the Health Equipment Loan Program. Now they're open 2 days a week. Tuesdays 10 to 2, and then Fridays. Let me make sure of the time. Wait a minute. I had it memorized. Wait a minute. Fridays 1 to 5. And again, that address is 4206 North Roxborough Street. All right. Did I tell you about the ice cream social? Excuse me for being distracted. When I go to the senior page, I'm going to tell you about that in case I forgot. So let's go to the top of the page. Let's go to the health events page and see if there's anything going on today in the health area. Oh, tomorrow there's going to be a very big, huge, gigantic event. It's going to be in Raleigh. Usually I don't list things in Raleigh. This is important enough that I need to do this. So the Watts Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, which is at 3703 Tryon Road in Raleigh, they're going to be hosting Brother to Brother, Strong Men, Strong Health, Understanding Prostate Cancer in the Black Community. So that's tomorrow, 9:30 until 1. It's free. Apparently, black men have the highest prostate cancer incidence rate in the USA. So it's very important to get screening and to learn more about it. Internist primary care physician Dr. Leroy Darks and registered dietitian Jasmine Westbrooks Figaro from the Eat Well Exchange, they're going to be the featured speakers tomorrow. So it's a free program. They start at 9:30. They're going to serve lunch at noon, which is nice. So I do have a link so that you can click to fill out the interest form, and then hopefully they're not full. You can get in on this event happening in Raleigh tomorrow from 9:30 until 1. All right. Now let's go to the Senior Scope page, and let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Let's see. There's lots more on this page, not just, and I also have a link to the Durham Parks and Recreation Play More, which is their schedule. You can also see what's happening for older adults that way. Now let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue, which is downtown, behind what used to be McDonald's. And now people are saying, instead of that, they're saying over there, sort of like next to or across the street from the YMCA downtown. There you go. It's on Rigsby. Now, they have their own parking lot, so you park and enter, on Hunt Street, and go ahead and enter that way. If you're on the bus, you can enter through the, I guess you would call it the front door on the ground level. They have their own theater, they've got workout rooms, they've got a computer lab. Like I said, it's a great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. Now, it is Friday, and let's see what's going on today. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they're showing a movie today. So, today, the Friday matinee, which will be in 10 minutes at 12:30. If you happen to be anywhere close to downtown, see if you can rush over there and park real quick. They give away free popcorn. Today's movie will be Remarkably Bright Creatures. I don't know if that's a documentary. Sounds like it. It doesn't sound like it would be a comedy. Anyway, it sounds really good. So it's called Remarkably Bright Creatures, and that will, again, start in 10 minutes at 12:30. Also happening this afternoon from 1 until 2, afternoon bingo. And, oh, they're not having chair flow and flex today. Okay, so afternoon bingo at 1. And then you're free to do whatever you want, because like I said, they've got the computer lab. You can always drop in. Become a member. It's free. Just go in, sign up. You can cool off if you're hot, because it is hot today. Check out the computer lab. Do your email or send some emails or whatever. Work out. Bring lunch. You can do all of that. Now, let me check for the special events, with today being the 10th. Let's see. Oh, the Aging with Pride Social Club. They will be, ooh, wait a minute, grab some water. Wait a minute. Stay hydrated. Okay, from 2:15 until 3:15, the senior members of the LGBT plus community, they'll be meeting and hanging out and sharing resources. So that's going to be today from 2:15 until 3:15. Okay, and let me tell you what's happening on Monday morning, because as you know, I do the show in the afternoon. I can't tell you what's happening Monday morning usually in advance. I'm taking that opportunity to do that now. So on Monday, at 9 o'clock in the art studio, you can take the card stamping class. So you can stamp cards with nice designs. You can learn how to do that Monday at 9. Also happening on Monday, and this will be at 9:30, you can discuss various ways to make decisions about end-of-life care. It's very important to kind of figure out what you want done, how you want to live when it comes to be that time, whether you want, to talk about your will to your family, whether you want to have a, what do you call that? We set up my aunt to have a living, I can't remember if it's called living will or living trust. But basically, I set it up so that my aunt had this was her house, have the right to stay in her house, until the end. Unless, something horrible happened. Sometimes you have to put them in a nursing home if they, like my great-grandmother broke her hip and couldn't walk, and no one could lift her into the tub and whatnot. So yeah. But anyway, besides that, I wanted my aunt, I wanted it on paper. Even though I was living with her, I wanted everybody to know, everybody whose business it was, to know that she had the absolute right to stay in her home until the end. So you might want to talk about things like that, because sometimes people swoop in and they remove you and take you somewhere to live with somebody else, and they take over your stuff, sell all your goods, and take your money. So anyway, if you want to be protected, you might want to talk about all the legals, the power of attorney, that sort of thing. So that's going to be on Monday at 9:30. Also, here's another thing happening tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday at 9:30 in the computer lab. There's going to be a 3-part workshop. So part 1 is Monday, staying connected, internet and email for beginners. Part 1, that's going to be Monday at 9:30 in the computer lab. And then part 2 is going to be Tuesday. And then part 3 is going to be Wednesday. So you definitely might want to check that out. That's going to be Monday, 9:30, if you want to really learn how to use a computer, or maybe even your child gave you their old iPad or phone, cell phone, whatever. You can learn how to use these items. So you might want to check that out. Alrighty. Now, JFK Towers is now a Durham Center for Senior Life Satellite, so you can go to special events there and have lunch there. 4900 North Roxborough Road. Of course, it's a residential building, so of course you can always come downstairs and join the activities, and you can also drive in and enjoy the activities. So on Monday, they're going to have coffee and community at 8:30, Bible and spiritual studies at 9:30, virtual fitness at 10:30, congregate meal, which is free lunch, at 11:30, music circle or group game, depending on the week, at 12:30. And let's see if they have any special events. Let's see. They don't say the time. I guess they hadn't figured out the time, but they're introducing Tai Chi to JFK Towers. So that introduction to Tai Chi and Qigong will be on Monday, but you might have to call and get that information. The phone number is right there on the Senior Scope page. Let's see. All right. Now, don't forget the independent Little River Senior Center, 8305 North Roxborough Road. That's in Bahama. I just came from there. So they have activities too. I got to meet everybody. I was just there earlier today. So Monday through Friday, they have activities from 8:30 until 1 or 2-ish. They also have free lunch at 11:30. They have a coffee talk, walking club. You can learn how to play guitar, bass, piano. They've got bingo size, which is bingo and exercise. So if you live in northern Durham, stop by and become a member there. It's also free. So why not? Now they have, like I just told you, I told you about the cleanup event, but I also wrote down that this is not going to be at the Little River Senior Center, but they told me that on Sunday everybody is welcome to go to the Rougemont Ruritan Club, which is just north of the Senior Center, it's North Roxborough. I don't know how far, but it's 8305. The Little River is 8305, so it's just north of there. So I'm going to put that in the Skywriter in a few minutes, and I will look up the address and have it for you. But the Rougemont Ruritan Club, on Sunday from 3 to 5, they're going to have an ice cream social. So that is going to be July 12th from 3 until 5. That should be nice. That should be fun. All right. And I was told that they're very, very nice and very, very friendly there. So I might have to check that out. Yeah. Okay. Another big shout out to the folks at the Little River Senior Center. I had a great time there hanging out. Okay, let's go to the Let's Go calendar of events page. I do want to remind you, though, to check out the how-to page, which explains the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. There's a difference. One is much worse than the other. They're both bad. You want to learn what to do if someone needs your help. Of course, the first thing you do is to call 911 and get them over there. But there's other things that you can do to help them survive, because like I said, it's a bad deal when it's really hot to fall out, and people do fall out. I saw a lady on the ground, and first responders luckily were there to help her out. But you don't want that to happen to anyone. But you also need to know what to do, and to know the difference again between heat exhaustion and heat stroke, especially when you're calling 911. You want to be able to tell them what's going on with the person who's down. Okay, now let's go to the Let's Go calendar of events page, and let's see what is happening. So it's probably, I know it's hot. Oh, I was going to say the cooling station's open. They're only open Monday through Thursday. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you about it anyway, because next week it might be hot. I don't know what it's going to be next week. We'll check in a minute. But Monday through Thursday, Communities in Partnership, they have the cooling station, and they open it from 11 until 4 at 101 South Driver Street. But again, that's Monday through Thursday. Just keep that in mind for next week if it does get really hot. And if you're like me and you don't have air conditioning, you want to go cool off for sure. Okay, now let's scroll down to July 10th. And let's see what's happening. There we are. Okay. Wheels Durham at 715 North Hoover Road on the weekdays. They have summer public skating for everybody, including, of course, the kids who are out of school. Just to let you know, in case you didn't know, on weekdays they're open from there's two skate sessions. One from 11 until 1:30, and then another one from 2 until 4:30. So these are separate skating sessions, and for each skating session, admission for skaters is $13, and if you're only there to watch your kids, you don't plan to skate, then you pay $4. And so you can go there. It's air conditioned. You can go and skate, have a good time. They have food there, snacks and whatnot that you can purchase, and it's just a nice place to have fun with your friends over the summertime. Okay, let's see what else is happening. Oh, I saw them just a few minutes ago on my way home. The Community Health Coalition. Yeah, they're having their food giveaway going on right now from noon until 2. They do this on Fridays and Saturdays. This is at the Kyle's Temple AME Zion Church, 409 Dunstan Avenue. And again, it's sponsored by the Community Health Coalition. So they're between Fayetteville and Roxborough, but much, much closer to Fayetteville Street, right around the block from Birthday Funeral Home. So again, that is from noon until 2. Food giveaway at Kyle's Temple AME Zion Church. Okay, and I think I told you about Keep Durham Beautiful's invasive plant removal session at the Museum of Life and Science, 433 West Murray Avenue. That's today from 2:30 until 4:30. So if you want to volunteer and help out, I know they would greatly appreciate it. Boxyard RTP at 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. They're going to be featuring singer-songwriter Gray Oaks. That's a cool name, Gray Oaks. So that's the Friday night live concert series. That's tonight, 5:30 until 7:30. Free admission. Hopefully it'll be a little cooler by then, but they do have a giant fan overhead, so you should be okay. And even if the heat gets to you, you can always duck inside one of the restaurants, buy like a snack or a drink or something, cool off for a while, and then head back outside to the music. So again, that's 5:30 until 7:30. Line Dancing with Jitterbug, that's at the Edison Johnson Recreation Center, 500 West Murray Avenue, from 6 until 7 this evening. It's $4 and it's $3 if you're a senior. Lion Park, they have a line dance too, and that's led by Lafayette, and that is Lafayette, and that's going to be tonight from 6 until 7, and that one is free, and the address is 1309 Halley Street. And there's a parking lot right across the street from Lion Park. Now, I have not, if you have kids, you've probably heard of dumplings, some kind of new toy, I don't know. But Wheels Durham at 715 North Hoover Road, they're hosting the largest dumpling unboxing skate. Okay, that's tonight from 6 until 8:30. Okay, admission for skaters is $20. That includes the skate rental, though. Not only that, but you also get a dumpling toy to unwrap. And I guess it's a collectible. So it says unwrap this dumpling toy and collect it. Yeah. Let me know what that is. I have not heard of the dumpling toys. But anyway, if your kids are hearing my voice right now, they're jumping up and down because they know what dumplings are. Yeah, you might want to take your kids. That's going to be this evening from 6 until 8:30. Esmeralda's Cafe, which is at 1515 North Point Drive in the North Point Shopping Center, so over there not too far from Costco. They're going to be hosting an acoustic open mic tonight. That will be from 7 until 10. So it is a cafe, so you can go there and order a little something to eat. And then singers, musicians, comedians, poets, etc. are invited to drop by and share an experience or two. You can start signing up at 6:30. It's free admission, but like I said, it is a cafe, and they would love it if you would order a little something to eat or drink. Now, Wheels Durham is not done yet because there's going to be Friday night adult night skate for ages 18 and over. That's going to be from 9 until midnight tonight. Admission for skaters is 13, and then they have to pay for skates if they want to rent skates. So that should be fun from 9 until midnight. That should be really, really fun. Out late skating. Now, tomorrow morning, the Durham NC Park Run starts at 8 o'clock in Southern Boundaries Park, 100 Third Fork Road. So this is not competitive. It's just people getting that exercise in. You can take part in this 5K event. You don't have to run it if you don't want to. You can walk it, you can jog it, you can skip it, or you can skip it if you don't want to go. So anyway, you can do that. You park next to the parking lot and the softball field at nearest Third Fork Road. It's totally free, and you can click for more information, and you can also register. Now, the Durham Farmers Market is tomorrow from 8 until noon downtown in Durham Central Park. That's the Durham Farmers Market, where you can get fresh produce, fresh fruits, vegetables, locally grown free-range meats and eggs and cheeses and home-baked, or I should say home-crafted pastries, and also pastries from the different bakeries. Let's see, they have home-crafted soaps, preserves, just delicious things, Here's the thing. If you're using SNAP, WIC, EBT, living in Durham Housing Authority houses or apartments, you can double your money. So stop by the manager's table first before shopping, and then I guess you swipe your card or whatever, and then you can literally double your money. So if you thought you maybe only have enough money to spend maybe, I don't know, $15, you get $30 worth of food. Hey, Roy Lee's here. Woo. Thank you, Roy Lee. Okay. So, Roy Lee is saying, "Hi, Pat. I listened to your note about cooling stations. When I looked them up on Google, it looks like many of them are libraries. They are libraries for the most part. Even though the cooling stations close at 4, the libraries are often open later, which is true. They're open until 6. So I'm sure they don't turn off the air conditioning at 4. So you can go there, even at 5 o'clock and cool off. That means you can browse it. There you go. Thank you, Roy Lee. That means you can browse a book or magazine or maybe use a computer and stay cool at the same time. Cheers, Roy Lee." Thank you, Roy Lee. Roy Lee runs through this Lens photo gallery. It's a great. It's an art gallery, but it's photographs instead of paintings. Although some of the artists I don't know about the current showing that Roy Lee has. But what's cool about these photographs, sometimes they use artistic, what do you call them, Roy Lee? Artistic techniques. Anyway, check out Through This Lens. It's downtown. It's near the corner of Chapel Hill Street and Foster. And usually on third Fridays, Roy Lee has, where you can meet the photographer, artist, and, have a little snack and whatnot. So thank you, Roy Lee, and he's going to come on the show one day soon. No pressure. And I need to stop by, Roy Lee, for sure. Because actually, I have a book. There's a book that I've been saving it for you. Where did I put it? Okay, let me see if I can show everybody this book I've been saving for Roy Lee. Okay, wait a minute. I'll be right back. Talk among yourselves. It's a really cool book. I thought I had it right here. Doggone, here it is. Check out this book. Let me give this to Roy Lee because, So, check out this book, Something on Our Own, the Grant Hill Collection of African American Art. So, I think Grant Hill was an athlete, basketball player, and artist. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, I'll grab my iPad back. Oh, M. Holmes Groove. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Always providing great information. You are a jewel, Miss Pat. thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm doing my best. I love doing this. I mean, it's like a, what do you call it? I'm not gonna call it a hobby. I'm gonna call it a, what do you call it? Work of, what is that word? That phrase? It work of love or whatever. Anyway, project that I do just because I love doing it. Indeed, thank you. So let me respect your time and continue. So, like I was saying, you can double your money if you're using SNAP, EBT, WIC, living in public housing, DHA. You might not have known that. Yeah, you can stop by. And don't forget, soon they will decide with the lottery at the Durham Center for Senior Life which seniors win the lottery and get these senior vouchers for the farmers market. So I won one year, so we'll see. Now, you can get the same deal at the South Durham Farmers Market, which is also tomorrow from 8 until noon. Now, they are at Hub RTP 500 Park Offices Drive. That is off of Highway 54. Okay, and don't forget, the Durham Craft Market, they share Durham Central Park with the Durham Farmers Market. Same hours from 8 until noon. You can always park for free. The parking lot on Foster over there just south of the park. And also you can go just west and park in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot. And as far as the South Durham Farmers Market, I mean, there's plenty of parking. You never have to worry about that. Now, oh, this is a good one. Oh, wait a minute. Tomorrow is second Saturday. Right. There are all these opportunities to get free food tomorrow. Okay, now let me make sure I have them all listed. I do. Okay, let me tell you what's happening with Jules Outreach. Jules, oh, wait a minute. Even before Jules Outreach, at 9:30, Bagging It for Kids and Root Causes, they're teaming up to have a grocery giveaway. That's going to be tomorrow, 9:30 until 11 at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. So you go to the Hunt Street side where the parking lot is, and you can definitely get some groceries. If you're struggling, don't be embarrassed, because that's what these people are here for. They love helping others, and if you're struggling and you need help, get the help. It is available. Nothing to be ashamed of. So Durham Center for Senior Life tomorrow, 9:30. Now, Jules Outreach, they also give away food, and they will be giving away food from 9:30 until 11. They moved back to the KIPP Charter School. So tomorrow, from 9:30 until 11, go to 1107 Holloway Street, and you can get some groceries from Jules Outreach. Now, Wheels Durham is back tomorrow, 715 North Hoover Road, with kids roller skating lessons. You can take your little ones if they always wanted to learn how to skate, roller skate. Now's their chance. So from 10 until 11, young people ages 3 to 17 are invited to come learn how to skate. Admission is $15, but that includes the skate rentals. And if your kids are really little, they have those cute Fisher-Price skates. And they also have the wrist guards, because, when you fall, very often you're catching yourself, like this, and you're you can hurt your wrists if you're a little kid. So they have the wrist guards available also. And there's a link. You can go ahead and look at the whole schedule, and you can also get your tickets in advance. Let's see. Oh, it is second Saturday, which means 2 PAC meetings will be happening tomorrow. So District 3 PAC, which is Partners Against Crime, where you can learn what's going on in your community. District 3 PAC, they'll be meeting at Lion Park Recreation Center, 1309 Halley Street. And I would say that District 3 is south and west. So that's going to start at 10 o'clock. You can find out what's happening in your neighborhood and also learn about city and county services. You'll be meeting people from sometimes the police are there, well, always the police are there. Sometimes the sheriff's police are there too, or deputies, I should say. Of course, people from Durham Parks and Recreation will be there, and that'll be at 10 o'clock. Now, if you can't go in person, you can go via Zoom. Got the link for you right there. Now, District 4 and District 5, they meet together also at 10. So they'll be meeting at the IR Homes Senior, also known as Campus Hills Recreation Center, and that's at 2000 South Alston Avenue, and that will again start at 10 o'clock. Same deal. If you can't go in person, then you can go via Zoom. Now, to me, the benefit of going in person, of course, seeing everybody, meeting everybody, but also they usually have lots of flyers. I love picking up the flyers, getting the information, and then inputting it into the Skywriter and making announcements. So if you like to get flyers and to learn, different things, then definitely head to the meeting in person. Now, District 4, I would say, is south and like straight south and maybe a little east and a little west. And District 5 is pretty much downtown and the surrounding area. Okay, now the Bragtown Community Association, they will be meeting at the Bragtown Baptist Church. That'll be tomorrow from 10 until noon. And I think it's on the 3rd floor, but they'll probably have a sign out so you'll know where to go. Their address is 3218 North Roxborough Street. Here's another food giveaway. White Rock Baptist Church, 3400 Fayetteville Street. They're going to have their monthly food giveaway tomorrow from 11 until 1. And One Love Christian Church, same deal. They're going to have their food distribution also from 11 until 1, and their address is 1315 Horton Road. And let's see. I might as well announce this now, even though I'll be doing the show tomorrow at 10. Wheels Durham, they're going to have all-day skate from 11 until 6:30. Skate all you want. Admission for skaters is $13. You can rent skates for $6, $7 if you're a rollerblader, and non-skaters, like I said, if you don't plan to skate, you're just there to watch your kids, then you pay $4. All right, I think that is it. Of course, Community Health Coalition will be having their food giveaway at Kyle's Temple AME Zion Church again, 409 Dunstan Avenue, also tomorrow from noon until 2. All right, let's check the weather. I can already tell you it's hot, but let's do my intro first. All right, got my phone here. Let's go to my weather. Ooh, it's 92. No wonder, because it's humid too. I can feel it. It is 92. Now, it must be cloudy somewhere else, because on Cap Street, we have full sun. But I guess, I'll just tell you what it says. Cloudy with the high of 93. So we're almost there. The low tonight will be 74. So it's going to be cloudy all afternoon. And, chance of thunderstorm at dinner time at 6. Okay. We'll see. We've been having evening thunderstorms lately, not yesterday, at least not on my street. But okay, so it's going to be cloudy all night. Another chance of rain at 3 in the morning. Now tomorrow, it's going up to 91. 70% chance of thunderstorms. Now I can only go ahead 24 hours on this app. Let me see. So if it does rain tomorrow, it looks like it'll be in the afternoon or evening, because I only go up to noon on this app. But let me check my other weather app. Let me just see my other weather app real quick. Go to the Weather Channel, and let's see what they're saying. So it says 92, but feels like 98. How about that? That's because of the humidity. Now, let me click on hourly. So they're also saying that there's a chance of, now they're saying chance of thunderstorms at 5, 6, and 7. And it says 100% at 6 o'clock. So this weather app is a little bit scarier than my Apple weather app. Okay, and they're always a little different, because usually what happens is that let me see if I can. Sorry about that. That's my phone. In fact, let me click on. I forgot to click on Do Not Disturb. You can go to Option, and then you click on the date, and then it's Do Not Disturb. How about that? I forgot to do that. So usually if you have like a Apple weather app or whatever app comes with your phone, usually that takes readings from your city, your town. And the weather, what do you call it? The official, what do you call it? The Weather Channel app, they usually take readings from airports. So if you always wonder, why are they a few degrees hotter? That's why. Because there's so much concrete at the airports and no trees and whatnot. That's why it's always a little different. So there you go. So let's check to see when it rains tomorrow. So if it rains tomorrow, let me see. Okay, I can't narrow it down. Yeah, it's too far in advance. But it definitely says for today, thunderstorms. Storms may contain strong, gusty winds, high of 94. Winds west-southwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain, 100%. There you go. Now let me go back to my other app and check for next week. So next week, 80s. We get a bit of a respite. Okay, so 80s next week. Oh, until Wednesday, then it's back up to 90s. Okay, I thought we were getting a break. Okay, that's not bad. 81, that's not bad for Sunday and Monday. That's not bad because we've had it awfully hot. And if you're like me, you don't have air conditioning in your car or house, yeah, it's hot. Anyway, that is it for today's show. Let me make sure that I'll be doing the show tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I will be. Oh, yeah. So I'll be doing the show tomorrow at 10. And then on Monday, I have a meeting. Oh, wait, it was canceled. Let me cross that out. So, yeah, I'll be doing the show Monday at noon because my 10 o'clock meeting was canceled. So enjoy the afternoon. Grab your umbrella on your way out just in case, because you never know. 100% sounds pretty definite to me. So have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10. Don't forget to read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. Ciao for now.